Alrighty then, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome, one and all. It is so good to see so many smiling, wonderful faces here. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Gatewalkers, featuring these wonderful and amazing Patreons who help support the channel, keep our lights on, and continue doing this crazy, wacky, fun thing that we do. G'day guys, how we doing?
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, it's so good to see so many of you guys. Let's see. Turquoise Vixen asks, do I have an email for media inquiries? I do. It is deadaussiegamer@gmail.com. Should you wish to contact me. Otherwise, if you feel like just asking questions of the channel in general, because we are, of course, as many of you know, a education channel as well, teaching all the cool things about role-playing, feel free to come join us on the Discord, where you can ask all of your questions in the Ask Dag channel, and I will do my best to succinctly answer your questions thusly. Now, guys, what are we doing here today? We are playing a tabletop role-playing game, a TTRPG in which players take on the role of the protagonist of the adventure, going on epic quests and using their wits, guile, and imaginations in order to overcome the challenges, trials, and tribulations set forth by myself, the Game Master. I am the arbitrator of the rules, the narrator, and of course, the just bringer of chaos. And we are here for a good fucking time, and that is what we are going to have. Now, before we kick off, we have some people to thank for, of course, us being able to stream here today, starting off with none other than Hero Forge for the wonderful art you can see on stream here. All of the art here is done using an amazing 3D model maker that allows you to not only design and create bespoke heroes for your own TTRPG adventures, but badoosh, there it is. You can also have 3D models made and printed sent to your home, and they come in color printed, premium plastic, or even 2D standees, which are also pretty darn epic. So yeah, go check out Hero Forge. Millsy, bit late for a late one for me. Have a great session. Good night and good luck. Millsy, thank you, and sleep well, my darling, wonderful, and amazing human being. I hope that you are well. I hope that all of those around you are filled with love and joy, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Now, where was I? Yes, so Hero Forge. Go check out Hero Forge. Then, of course, we have Sirenscape for the wonderful sound effects that we have available to us to help throw my players into a level of immersion that is, like just always a thing. So right now they've just released the Lizard Folk Battle soundtrack, and some of the Lizard Folk sounds are pretty awesome. For example, the sound of a marsh filled with frogs croaking in the distance. The sound of bugs creating that swampy feel. And of course, the sound of mystery to be unfolded from the swampy reaches of the marshlands. As our heroes plunge deeper and deeper, the humid air choking and cloying as they go closer to their target. A small, moss-covered rock that bears the fetishes of the lizard folk which lurk just beneath the waves. They hear something splashing about in the water, moving closer, when suddenly a crocodile leaps out of the water and bites our heroes. Yep, that's the bite. That's the crocodile bite. Look, Sirenscape is great at a lot of things. The only thing I am not happy with is that fucking crocodile bite. And you know what?
Was that a baby crocodile?
That's no. And look. I'm not gonna lie. I know whose voice that is. And it's funny because I know where it comes from. And it's like and the thing is Sirenscape is in Australia. Like you should just go to the fucking zoo with a microphone. There is no reason, no need for. It's like fucking. He's just a dude with a mouthful of cereal. Anyway, it's fine. But other than that, this is actually a really cool sound set, and I highly recommend checking it out. But yeah, Sirenscape has tons and tons of other sounds. Literally probably one of the biggest sound catalogs I have seen next to Epidemic Sound in regards to just ambient music, special unique sound effects, and even soundtracks that are catered to specific modules that are both in Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder as well. So go check those out as well. Und then we have the amazing and wonderful folks over at Fantasy Grounds, which allow us to do all the cool things that we do, which has just been updated with the Pathfinder Player 2 core rules that our heroes are now updated with. So if you notice that both Arsini and Bilrutar are a little wee bit different to some of the powers and abilities that they had been using in the past, do not worry, it is all kosher. We basically just did an upgrade, so done. Yeah, so that's all our sponsors. Now let's turn our attention to one person. Let's turn our attention to the players. Guys, without these players, there is no story. There is no adventure. So let's get to know our characters and the characters that they're going to, the players and the characters they're going to play. Starting with Lushara, played by our dear friend, OG Lava Kitten.
Hello. So I'm playing Lushara, who's an elven witch and travels with her familiar Magnus, who's right now in Hellcat form because we're very upset about everything going on. But she is joined this group to find answers while she's seeking her missing brother. So hopefully she can find him via the exploration and learning that we're doing here. Right now, we have to deal with the dragon first.
Yep, dealing with the dragon comes first. Next up, playing the role of the mighty Bilrutar, the dwarven barbarian, is the even more mighty Schooley.
Sorry, what? Sorry. Bilrutar is currently suffering a slight round of tinnitus while also bleeding out. And as a result, is making deals without even knowing what the hell he's listening to.
Yep, fair enough. And hopefully he will also not succumb to said dragon and dragon nonsense. Next up, playing the role of Arsini, the once human, then skeleton, then dwarven sorcerer, our hero is played by the wonderful Immersion Diversion.
Hello. Yes, Arseni has changed from male to female, so he's kind of back and forth on what he is now. Or they are now, I guess. And yeah, they like music. So they're not a bard, but they love music, and they love incorporating it with their magic. So, yeah, they got some new strengths. They got some new weaknesses. Now with the new body, I actually lost a bit of magic, so not as strong in the magic suit and got a little bit of muscle. So, they're trying to figure out what they're good at again. So,
but don't forget they're alive now too.
Yeah, true. Also, they are alive.
That's true. But infinitely less interesting to Leiko, who was interested in the fact that you were dead. So yeah.
Interesting from going from life to death back to life. That could still be a very cool level of experiment and research.
Maybe, but I mean, if that's what Arseni wants, I mean, I guess. Then, of course, playing the role of Aelith the Elven Ranger is our dear friend Jen.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I am playing Aelith, the ranger of the group, who just happened upon them in the woods trying to foil a ritual, and then wind up here with the dragon and nearly dying prior to said dragon appearing. So this is going to be very interesting on how we deal with this situation before us.
Indeed. And last but not least for today's session, playing the role of the puppet summoner Viv, who is also represented by an eidolon representation of Viv, is our dear friend McBluff.
Hello, how are you, Deck?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing better emotionally than Viv, which isn't a high bar to set right now. Very worried about our dear friend Elink, who has decided to sit upon the throne, and we don't quite know all that entails at this point, but we defeated the Thin Man, so that was good, but then a dragon came out, and he wants to play games, so that's pretty fun, but it seems the games are kind of deadly, so that's not as fun. But we're gonna figure it out.
All right, fantastic. Now, Unfortunately, we are not joined by Elink's player Nick today. Elink, of course, being our half-elf dwarven druid. Nick is unavailable today, but we wish them all the best and cannot wait to see them join us for our next session. For now, however, we move on to, of course, the last people we want to thank before starting today's game, and that is, of course, our lovely audience. Guys, thank you for being here, for being a part of the show, for just joining us and giving up whatever time you have to come and watch us. Before we kick off today, we are inviting you guys behind the GM screen to come and play with us and do some cool stuff, but we have a little bit extra for today. Now, as you know, we run on donations here at the Dead Gamer channel, and we are, of course, working on the Euro trip for DAG, which we are at almost 25% of raising the funds that we need to get me through Europe. But in addition, until, pretty much for this week, earlier this week, we learned that one of our dear fans for the channel, Cass, got into an accident and needs a little bit of help. So there is a GoFundMe page, which is currently up to help support Cass and their family during this current time. Any donations made to Cass through the GoFundMe is going to be honored here for tonight's stream. So if you guys donate $5 there, you'll have donated $5 here effectively as well, so on and so forth. Just let me know in chat, or let Schoolie know in chat, and it'll throw back to us, and we'll make sure that that it is honored for that. We here at the Dead Gamer channel are a very big believer of wellness through gaming, and honestly, if there's any help that we can do through this and through streaming, that's kind of what I want to do, especially given all that Cass does as a community member. All right. To tell you what you get, first of all, guys, you don't need to donate to this stream to watch and enjoy it. In fact, more to the point, we've got a way for you to play with us if you are actually just watching. Just by watching the show, you earn channel points. Subscribers, you earn channel points a little bit quicker than non-subscribers, so just bear that in mind. And all those points can be used for a number of different rewards during the course of the game. They can be used to give insight bonuses, to give clues if things are kind of mysterious and uncertain. They can be inspirations to give people advantage rolls, summoning random monsters, divine intervention, divine healing, a ton of cool stuff there. So yes, indeed, go and check those out. And yeah, you know, like, play around with them, because that's what they're there for. Now, in addition, for those of you who do indeed want to donate to the stream, there are a number of different rewards that are available that have more of a tangible result. So for $5, you can donate to give a red mark to a player of your choice, or a purple mark to me. Red marks are hero points that can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, have the bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, I will draw from one of two decks of cards I have in front of me. The first deck is a deck of plot twists and flashbacks, where I will draw 3 cards, select one of them for, you get to select one of them, and that story prompt then gets placed into the game while we're playing. The second $10 reward, if you would like, is heroic actions, which serve as not only hero points, but also a special random free action for a player of your choice. These have actually come in quite handy from time to time as well, so definitely consider those ones. Then we have our $20 donation, which is, of course, the natural 20, because sometimes shit just needs to work. So, yes, please, indeed, a natural 20 is one of those things. We can see them on Viv, we can see them on Lashara and Bilrata. They just are a natural 20, because that's, you know, what it is. Then we have our $50 donation. The $50 donation is either a magic item for a player of your choice. This can be a homebrew item. This can be a homebrew item you design. So you make up something and I'll make it into the game. You can make me design an item for the group, which is usually an item that, will usually be part of a set for someone. Or you can give someone a item from their own wish list. Whatever you decide, that is where the $50 will go. We also have, very kindly from our community member Christina, a $50 donation that has gone to Cass's fundraiser for Bilrata to get a magic item. So Christina, thank you so much. Just let us know if that is if you want to design the item, if you want me to, or if you want to give Schoolie the the option of choosing a wish item. So that is up to you. Also, hi, Steve. Then, of course, if you, alternatively, if you woke up this morning and chose violence, $50 can instead go towards increasing the difficulty of a challenge, making things more difficult, upping the stakes, upping the antes, making the terrain harder. A ton of really, really powerful, nasty stuff basically makes the encounter more difficult, because sometimes that's fun, and that's what we do. So, yeah. And lastly, we have our $100 secret menu item. The $100 secret menu item is usually a powerful thing that has shifted, changed, or in one way, shape, or form, tilted the scales of whatever to our player's favor. Now, today, our $100 secret menu item is going to be something quite interesting because it specifically caters to Viv. Now, Viv is a puppet, which is basically a living doll that has the ability to summon an eidolon, a spiritual entity that basically takes the form of a small girl. The girl? I've never actually asked. Yeah, okay. Small person. and pretty much this person acts on the behest of the doll. There is going to be, for the $100 secret menu item, a very unique change. The unique change is that I will allow Viv, as a puppet, to intermittently change location and consciousness between the puppet and the eidolon at will. Meaning, if she would like, she can throw the puppet onto a roof, change consciousness, and immediately teleport the person onto the roof with Viv's mind. So Viv would then be the eidolon instead of the puppet. Alternatively, likewise, Viv could place the puppet through an air vent, change into the puppet, move as the doll, and then once they are through the air vent and on the other side, teleport and swap places with the eidolon with the human size as well. So it'll be both the ability to switch and change, but also the ability to transfer consciousness. Yeah, that is the big old superpower for that one. Okay, and there is no per day. It does take 2 actions to do the swap, 1 action to swap the consciousness, and that would be it. Okay. I think that's it. Are we good? Are we done?
You've had 1 Jinx point donated by Christina as well.
Yes, Christina, thank you so much for the Jinx point. I have applied it. I did apply it very quietly and secretly. It's there. This one is yours. And I have it now. All right. Cool. I think we're good. So, without any further ado, let's find some cool music. What's this one sound like? Yeah, I can work with this. Do. Okay, here we go. When last we left our epic adventurers. In the search for the Shade with a Key, a strange and powerful artifact capable of utilizing ancient elven gates known as the Aedara, our heroes journeyed into the Shadowlands, a place known as the Nighthold, where Kaneepo the Slim, a terrifying and evil creature from the Shadowfen, managed to battle our heroes, threatening them, but not really threatening them. While they were in danger, Kaneepo the Slim only sought to allow our heroes to take the role of Kaneepo the Slim, becoming his successors for their lives. A bloody battle ensued. Blows were traded, elves were felled, and then risen. But at the end, Kaneepo lay, dying. The Shade with a Key, now within our hero's grasps, thanks to the efforts of a tiny tooth fairy named Teef. Elink, now having sat upon the throne of Kaneepo, imbued with his very magic. This would seem like an adequate place to end this encounter, but instead, our heroes found a strange black branch lodged into the wall that seemed to bear magic properties, and upon tearing it loose, unintentionally freed a dragon of fortune. One who is trapped by Kaneepo as a macabre art installation. Angered by the mere smell of magics associated with Kaneepo, Elink was now in danger from this dragon enemy, but our heroes managed to convince the dragon to stay its temper. But the dragon was not convinced. He felt the evil was still present, but had grown very bored in his long imprisonment, and offered an exchange, a gamble, if my players would, where they would compete in several tests of strength and guile in order to try and earn the life of their friend. Failing, however, would result in the devouring of Elink. Our heroes agreed reluctantly, and it is here our story continues. With a wave of his hand, the fortune dragon gestures at Elink, encasing her almost instantly in a giant block of amber. Her body frozen, still, but not lifeless. Her eyes dart around the room, still able to perceive the world around her. As the dragon looks to each of you, he raises a sort of knowing grin. You can tell already he has no expectation of you winning a single one of these challenges. But nonetheless, he turns. Now, rest assured, if I am not entertained by this, then it would be the same as you failing these games. So be sure to not spend too much time pondering and meandering over the best ways to overcome my challenges. Nothing bores me more than hearing people squabble and squawk like a bunch of pigeons unsure of where to shit while sitting on a statue.
Pigeons can be very entertaining.
I do not agree. But first, let us go somewhere a little more comfortable. As a show of good faith, I will allow you to decide your field of battle. Where would you like to go in order to entertain my challenges? Speak clearly and confidently, and you shall be taken there. Oh, come now, don't speak all at once.
A
We were-
theater.
Oh, yeah.
Theater.
An auditorium. Or an what's the word?
So it shall
Amphitheater?
be. If you wish to be in an auditorium, then rest assured, an auditorium is what you shall be taken to.
Oh, wait.
Is the good choice.
Goodness. I was
dragon-
going to see if we could get a free ride out of the Nighthold.
Yeah, might have been a good idea. All right, so the dragon begins.
He'd probably just bring us right back here.
I approve of the idea, Arseni. I like it.
Thank you.
The dragon opens his mouth, and as he does, he begins to basically hawk before he spits out what looks to be a ring. He takes it, and as he does, he stretches it with his clawed talons. It gets larger and larger, wider and wider, until eventually a portal appears in the center of the room. He gestures, waiting for each of you to jump.
Shani will jump first. Or I guess, yeah. Because he was, I guess they were the one that suggested it, so.
All right, you jump in.
Jump.
Yep, seeing all that, Bill will follow the group. Still not understanding why everyone's jumping.
Mm-hmm.
You do have a hero point for the Shara, by the way.
All right, Lashara, we get a hero point. Thank you again. Was that for Scott and Dakota?
Yep.
All right, thank you, Scott. Your kindness is acknowledged and seen.
Viv has various art supplies and papers in their bag. So before jumping, they're actually just going to really quickly scrawl on a piece of paper for Bill. It's time for games. No further explanation and jumping.
I mean,
Okay, Bill jumps in with a bit of a shocked expression before he follows, but he goes, okay.
Lushar is
Alright.
going to take D'Artagnan out of her backpack and set him next to Hedge and be like, "Can you guys get out of here safely, or do you really want to come with us with the dragon and stuff?"
You look over at Hedge, and Hedge is like, "Well, I tell you what, I think any place is better than this right now, and you know, I don't know if I stay here longer, I'm gonna be more nervous than a room full of long-tailed cats and rocking chairs. So I'm with you guys."
Okay, you can hop in my bag then. Don't mind the rabbit; he's fine.
Y'all know I'm a hedgehog, right?
Yes,
Y'all want me in your bag?
you don't have to. I was just offering it.
Oh no,
D'Artagnan
y'all
been hiding
can.
in there.
No, wait, D'Artagnan's in there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, what's he doing in your bag?
He was very grievously injured.
He was what? Oh my God, D'Artagnan! He crawls into your bag. He's like, D'Artagnan.
Okay.
Hedgehog, is that you? I told you for the last time, my name's Hedge, not Hedgehog. You all right, son? What happened? There I was, at the Bastille. 10,000 of them. They came over the hill. They never saw me coming. I killed so many. Oh, D'Artagnan, no, you don't speak none. I'll fix you up quick, smart, and in a hurry. I need strings. That. Oh, here's some. And he starts unplucking something from in your bag.
Sure, I have a sewing kit in there. You can use that.
Yep, he's
All
definitely.
right then.
Yeah, he's definitely doing that. All right.
And then she will backpack and crew and all and hop through the portal with Magnus.
And
All right.
Aelith then jumps in last.
All right. You all jump in. As you do so, you find yourself in a large theater. Music begins. But you can't hear where it comes from. It seems to come from everywhere and nowhere simultaneously. It is a grand and velvet theater you find yourself in. The lights bathe the entire stage. The dragon looks pleased. He kind of tests the ground to see, kind of how sturdy it is. He turns back to you, his feet thundering on the ground as he steps. I trust this is to your liking.
So he's dancing
Cool.
to the music.
Or ignore me.
Like-
That's also fucking cool.
Oh, sorry.
It's-
So
I
as
was
he,
distracted by the excellent
wonderful
music.
auditory.
He
It
turns.
is amazing. Thank you.
All right. As you say this, the dragon steps backwards, kind of making his way to the wings. He then says, "Now, as I mentioned, The challenges you are required will test strength and mind. Each trial shall be treated as if your lives depended on it, and not just that of your dear corrupted friend. The first challenge is quite a simple one. There are 2 soldiers that stand before you. Solve their problem. Find a means to the conclusion of their issue, and you will have passed the first trial. Fail, and let's see. I'll take one of your voices. After all, if you cannot use your tongue to solve even a simple problem, then I'm sure you don't need it. Good luck. The dragon smiles before disappearing.
You've got another donation from Christina, by the way.
Christina, thank you so much. What do we have, Christina? We have a hero point for Aelith. Oh, thank you so much. Aelith, there's your hero point right there.
Thank you.
All right. Done and done. Now, the stage lights dim, and you hear the sounds of people muttering and whispering, almost like a gallery in a theater. As you are all whisked to what looks to be a market street. Bear with me while I put you guys here.
I like to imagine that it's like a backdrop on the stage that we've been like, faded out and faded back into. We gotta go.
All right, here we go. Now, sand and dust and dunes surround this very small marketplace. Several stands depicting shops now circle around you. As you stand looking around for the guards, you see 2 of them. The first appears to be a female soldier wearing armor who looks to maybe come from a distant and well-off land. The second appears to be a local guard. Oops, ignore me. Well, that's what she looks like, but let's see if I can find a better picture of her. I cannot. Alright, let's try this one then. There we go. Done. Alright. Now the 2 guards seem to be in a heated debate. The foreign guard. I cannot tell you enough. This is unjust. This is cruel. They were not to know the rules of your city upon simply arriving, and just to exist does not give you the right to take so much from them. The local guard. It is not my place to decide who can and cannot abide by the laws that are beset by the rulers of this kingdom. Regardless of how or why the boy came to be here, rules are rules, and they will be enforced, no matter how lowly or how princely they may be. And if you have issue with this, then I suggest you take it up with the Tsar. Our people have been trying to reach your Tsar for some time, but you would not see any of us. That is because the Tsar does not see your kind. My kind!
Oh,
My
hi,
kind,
hello.
and what?
Hi, hello, you have a problem and we're here to solve it?
Check out the beat while the DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Sorry. Roleplay. They both look at you. Looking at this small figure who has started talking.
Hi, hello.
Not now, little girl. This is not a matter for you. Go run
Well,
along.
It is actually.
Sorry?
It is actually, it is kind of actually something that we want to help with because both of you seem very angry and we want to help get you not angry.
The woman guard looks around and sees that this small girl is in the company of adventurers. She kind of looks around and says, You're all not from here. Listen.
No.
I am a servant. I serve as a royal bodyguard to Prince Harrod. Prince Harrod came here on a mission of peace, but was apprehended at the gates. Told that simply by walking without the appropriate attire, he was blaspheming against the gods here. He's been imprisoned wrongfully. I've already said, there are many things about their garbs that are offensive and forbidden by law. He is to be tried and punished for daring to besmirch those who have come before.
Did you have like any pamphlets at the door that so like you would have known what wasn't good to wear? Because if you just kind of hoping everybody knows what to wear, that's kind of silly.
Yeah, isn't it like your job to like let them know?
Our job is to enforce the law.
But they don't
But they
know the
haven't
law.
even entered the city yet.
The guard explains that in this kingdom, the worship of gods is considered to be blasphemous. To wear or depict the symbols of gods is forbidden. It is a well-known and established feature of Rahadum. However, the king here, in this case, the Tsar of this small area, is not overly. This is like a small outpost. Most of the time, these kind of areas, you don't have people who are going to be like overly zealous about these sorts of rules, unless they're trying to get something, like they're trying to move up in station. So what you feel is maybe that this guard has been told no exceptions.
Does your king know about this transaction?
Yes, he knew that the prince was coming. We were set to meet Prince Harit. What we did not expect is for him to arrive as a diplomatic embassy to spit on our culture and our beliefs.
But he didn't mean to.
And what proof do you have of this? Proof? We
Well-
are literally the diplomatic embassy, you fool! The female god starts to arc up again.
What about our attire? Does it not meet your standards?
He begins to look you. He begins to now look you over and check for religious symbols. Is anyone brandishing a religious symbol of any kind?
No.
After a careful examination, he does say no. Your garbs are fine and appropriate.
But just because someone has a religious symbol on them, it doesn't makes them not qualify.
It makes them heretics.
Sir, is there normally an exemption for somebody on a diplomatic mission? to meet as equals. Sounds like the Tsar knew the prince was coming on a diplomatic mission, so shouldn't there be a little bit of affordance there?
Make a diplomacy check.
Or, Arsene gets us arrested. Okay, 25.
All right, with a 25, he says, "Look, I do not believe that all punishment should be so severe when there is reasonable doubt in regards to the expression of it. However, the prince not only refused to relent his garbs, but also argued, claiming the same. Failure to comply is why he is imprisoned. That is because you heathens have no right to tell us what we can and cannot worship here."
You guys were trying to get diplomacy to happen, right, between your two countries?
Well, yeah, but now that's hardly going to be the case.
Diplomacy is a two-way street.
Then you agree? You think that it is right that the prince is imprisoned? You think that it is perfectly sound of mind to turn their backs on the gods? Do you not
No.
worship gods yourselves?
We do. I'm sure some of us do.
The local
But
god
Doesn't
begins
mean
to
we have to wear stuff on it.
the local god begins to look at you scrutinizingly.
What we're asking, and she'll give Arsenia this look of like, please stop arguing about gods, is typically when there's
I can use god
diplomacy,
magic.
people Lushara can, but she is not wielding any of that around here. But typically when there's negotiations, people attempt to communicate both and meet on their own terms with each other to meet a compromise. So it sounds like the prince was coming as is and meeting. Is there some sort of middle ground, or perhaps neutral zone that the two leaders can meet instead? That way there's no offense in the city, and both people can meet on even ground.
Make a diplomacy check.
Okay. And let's hope I roll good again. Oh no! I would like to use a hero point for that, please.
And I am going to counter it with a jinx point.
Yes.
All right. That was a big fat failure.
Oh yeah. All right. As you suggest this, at this point the god looks angry. You say that we find common ground. Yet, we are the ones here who is compromising everything. Our way, our beliefs. We are the ones being told, even by your own, that you worship the gods and come here and side in favor of this person who has come in and slighted us, and ask no reparations on their part to apologize or make right their blatant and disrespectful act. And what, we're supposed to make more allowances? No. This matter is over. The prince is in prison, and in the morning they will receive judgment. Yes, Viv.
Okay. So it seems like there's a few issues here that we need to dissect in an orderly manner. Okay, first off, what was the diplomacy for? What did you come here for?
The diplomacy was to come and establish trade routes. Passing through Rahadum from Thuvia and beyond is a task that is not easily done. However, with supplies secured from our home nation of Cheliax, we would be able to get supplies through the lands and to our much-needed people and pioneers south in the Sagavan. Now, at this point, I would like to invite everyone to make a society check.
With this supply to Bill, since he's still hearing ringing all the time through all this.
Yes.
You've got tinnitus?
Yeah, so I rung my own bell last time.
I don't even know if I can roll it with it's untrained, but I rolled a 19.
You guys can roll it untrained.
Oh!
Oh, natural 20.
Man, we really need to get his face just so he can.
All right.
use-
All right, Bilrata, I'm going to say that you can tell by the outfit that they're wearing. Well done, Christina. You also notice. You can roll in chat if you'd like. All right. Now, those of you who get 18 or higher, those of you know that based on her garbs and what she said about Cheliax, she comes from a lawful evil kingdom. One who is well known for worshipping Asmodeus, the devil god.
I'd probably just bring that up just because I've been told to kind of shut up by Lushara. So I would just tell Lushara and everybody.
This is Asmodeus, by the way, just in case people weren't sure.
Hi, Asmodeus.
Yeah, he looks nice.
He looks nice. Has cool hair.
Yeah. Anyone who wants to know about him beyond the basics, what you know basically from him is he is one of the primary deities, one of the core deities. Prince of Darkness delights in tempting mortals to give into corruption. He promotes hierarchies wherever he goes and makes sure that they know their place. He takes advantage of order for his own selfish beliefs. His areas of concern are contracts, oppression, pride, and tyranny.
I see. Did your prince not consider a simple compromise of putting away their symbols? It sounds like he just argued.
The god, the foreign god, says, compromise. Our prince to compromise. To be told...
no, not the Tsar. Prince Harit.
Yeah, no, our prince... No, sorry, yeah, the foreigner. She's the foreigner, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, she says, you would have our prince compromise.
I'm sorry, you did come here for diplomacy, correct? That usually involves compromise to make treaties and agreements.
Well, there are other ways.
You can hardly come in and dictate.
She looks at you and says, say that again. To the person who runs a dictatorship.
I'm just saying, like, you cannot come into somebody else's country and dictate all the terms. There's compromise required. I mean, diplomacy?
Yeah, that won't work on these guys. These guys are literal people who colonize and open up dictatorships.
Okay, how about we word it in a different way? You guys.
No. As in, okay. So let's dial it back a bit and return to quote unquote.
Apparently, they've decided to just come in and say, "Do this for us," and expect that's diplomacy. Got it.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
because that's the way that these guys do it. These guys are also a kingdom of evil characters, evil
Yeah.
people, evil gods, etc., etc., etc. And these guys basically said, "Hey, you're brandishing the symbol of Asmodeus out
Yeah.
in public in a place where we don't like the gods in general. You got to put that symbol away." And the prince has gone to that. You can't tell me what to do. And so they've locked him up. And now the guard is like, "Hey, let him out. What the hell?"
Okay, I think we get this now.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's going to like, okay, bodyguard, forget that person. What is the most extreme punishment facing the prince?
The guard says, so long as he is not a practitioner of magic, he will be permitted to... he will be required to spend 8 months in solitary contemplation. After which point, he will be blessed and anointed and refreshed anew and allowed to return minus his godly effects.
I thought you didn't like gods. How do you bless someone then?
A blessing. A blessing is a passage. It is to cleanse them of the evil that is brazed upon them by the other gods.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I was
Sure
gonna.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You.
Sorry.
I to the bodyguard. Is there no other route that you could take for your goods? Must it go through these lands?
You muted.
Still muted.
No? Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
No.
Oh.
We can't hear Dag.
Oh, it's Dad. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
muted.
yeah.
I checked on the stream. We can't hear you on there either.
Asmodeus really didn't like you talking about.
There we
There
go.
we go.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Hello? Okay, there we go. People can hear me now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet, there we go. Worst silence wizard ever. Thank you, Mally. Okay. Now, as we were saying, I need Aelith to make me a survival check or a nature check.
Which is better? They're both the same. Okay, I'll do nature.
Okay. With an 18, there are a few routes that don't necessarily go through Rahadum. They could take the coast, they could take Thuvia along the outskirts. There's a number of different places that they could go, for sure.
Have you considered one of these other routes?
She says that she is just but a god. She is not the one who decides where the kingdom and the empire chooses to expand its reach. All she is here to do is make sure that the prince remains safe and returns home safely by any means necessary. And she kind of glares at the local guard. The local guard now also kind of looks like tensions are rising a little bit.
Well, it sounds
Okay.
like that they're going to keep the prince in captivity, but they're not going to kill him or anything. So after
They will
what
not
did
be
you say?
keeping the prince a single night if they refuse to relinquish the prince into my custody. Then I will.
Okay.
Understood.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, understood. And then she's going to turn to the guard and be like, Now, it's probably a little unreasonable to just try to convert the head of state of another country. Perhaps the best would be to just eject him and his retinue from your country and refuse to work with them, since he refuses to, make compromise with you. Therefore, everyone's saving a potential war or conflict of some sort.
Banishment, you say?
You could escort them to the edge of your kingdom, and then maybe possibly the prince could speak with one of these other lands for a trade route.
Okay. Make a diplomacy check with a +2 bonus, both you and Lushara.
Okay, and how do you do the +2 again?
Bottom left-hand side, there's the little box. Just click on it and type 2.
Okay, oops. All right, get down.
Ah, come on, dice. You're so mean. Can I hero point that one, or are you gonna jinx that one too?
I don't
Or do I
know. Are
have
you
any
gonna?
left,
Just depends. Are you gonna hero point it?
Do I have one left?
You do have one
Yeah, you
left.
have one left.
Let me go ahead and use that.
Okay, you can use that one.
Thank you. 2. And let's try that again.
Ooh.
Come on. That's better. Okay. 21.
You did good.
For me.
Yay.
Good night, Turquoise. Sleep well. 6 past midnight. You're over east. Oh, okay. Well, good night to you wherever you happen to be over east. It is like 10 o'clock here, so I've still got about an hour before the end of our stream. But if you want to check us out, our next game will be at 9 o'clock your time, 9 a.m. So, ciao. Okay. So, as you suggest this, the god thinks on it, ponders it. Perhaps you make a good point. This other god and the prince are too much work. Perhaps I should simply escort them out and ensure that they leave our lands. The woman god says, well, we would not wish to stay on your lands for any longer. Any hope you have of a peaceful resolution is now done. Rest assured, the next time we return, it will not be in the means of diplomacy, but conquest. We will simply take what we need from you and your people. Yes, very big and scary. Okay. He goes and he gets a couple more guards and escorts them away. At this point, once again, we return to the theater. And you hear the sound of applause.
A big bow.
The dragon smiles widely as he steps out onto stage to speak with you. One moment while I...
Yeah.
Am I allowed to do the thing? There it is. Yeah. All right. As the dragon steps out onto the theatrical stage to speak with you.
Well done. The matter was resolved and no blood was shed. Not easy, to say the least. After all, it is not many who would suffer the incessant wailings and moanings of an Asmodean worshipper. But you held yourself with some measure of poise and dignity. Let me ask you, why did you choose to simply banish the Asmodeans?
I didn't want to encourage unnecessary conflict. I
yet-
suggested banishment because the emissaries that worshipped Asmodeus were not there in good faith to actually make a proper treaty.
And yet your course of action allowed them to return to their homeland, where in which they will indeed rally an army to bring back to the town. The man you had saved from a conflict will lose not only his life, but the life of his family, his friends. His whole village will be razed to the ground in the aftermath of the slight against the crown of Thune.
I suppose I hope that when tempers calm down, they will just seek an easier route rather than just going to battle unnecessarily.
Hope? Hope is an interesting answer. And what of the rest of you? Are you all satisfied with the outcome?
Yes, I am.
Yes, in the long run. It's just like, because it's like the Asmodeans weren't happy that their prince was captured, but it's like they basically said they weren't gonna kill them, so as long as, you know, they weren't gonna die, it's, you know, they can get them back. But then they're still gonna cause a war because of him just being in a cell. So.
And how does that make you feel?
I honestly
Dragon
don't know.
therapy.
Do you feel like it was the right thing to do?
It was right to stop the current conflict. What happens next is up to them. That's how I feel.
So what happens in the long run doesn't matter. Only the problem directly in front of you.
Would you mind if I try to tend to my friend? He's bleeding everywhere.
Oh, yeah, sure, by all means.
Thank you. Is it the first aid that we need?
The corks in his ear, and hopefully it fixes his hearing.
Yeah.
And what of you, tiny person?
Me?
Yes.
I don't know. They both seem to be acting weird. I still don't understand why people do things like this. They get really angry at each other. I still don't understand it perfectly, and you know, for somebody who says they don't really like gods, they're acting a lot like they were like the gods, I guess, because you know, like Asmodeus apparently, from what they told me, is all about like tyranny and hierarchy, and they were talking about how they have the absolute power in that situation, and it all just felt really weird. I feel like it could have been so easy if they just realized they were both acting very silly, but I don't know how to make people see that.
Well, unfortunately, your answer was unsatisfactory. Your decisions and influence, in this case, leads to the death of many. And your conflict has not been resolved, merely fanned into a flame. As such, I will be taking one of your voices. But whose voice to take, I wonder? If only there were gods within our chat who could decide whose voice I get to keep.
No, just kidding. I really know what they're gonna say.
I will ask the audience of this theater. Audience, those who cast their gaze upon us, tell me which of the players that stand upon the stage shall lose their voice. Is it Lushara, Bilratar, Arsini, Aelith, or Viv?
What do you want it done as a quick poll?
Wait a minute. You didn't say that that was a conflict we were resolving. You only said a conflict. We solved the
Which you
problem
have
of the
not.
prince held in captivity. That's the one that we solved. He wasn't
I
held
did not
captivated.
ask you to resolve a conflict with the prince. I asked you to resolve the conflict between the two gods. At
was
the
the
end
conflict?
of this, both gods still remained with an equal amount of animosity between one another. More importantly, both still had a desire for violence and death.
They were both stuck in their ways and not willing to compromise. So we prevented fighting at that moment by having the two sides separated. Therefore, we avoided a conflict and resolved a situation between these two guards.
You arrived and they already weren't fighting. To claim that you had any influence over them when they simply were not doing that in the first place, madam, implies that your presence was irrelevant. My ruling is final.
Then what would you have done?
Oh, the challenge isn't for me. The challenge is for you. Now, let us see. According to the audience,
There's another minute on the poll.
another
You do have a
minute of-
donation if you want to process that while we're waiting.
Yes, the dragon shall process, because I can't reach my button at the moment. We have a donation from our dear friend, Cookymon Steve. Cookymon, you bloody legend. Let's see, we have 3 hero points. A hero point to bring Bilrata up to 3. And a heroic action.
No, it's top out everyone's hero points, including Elink, and a heroic action for each other.
Done. Alright, Lashara. I shall grant you a heroic action. Pick me a number between 1 to 5. Lashara?
Oh, me. Sorry.
Yes. I know my accent is
Great.
very thick.
Oh, no, I was distracted by treating wounds. I'm very sorry.
A hasty block. When you are hit by a physical attack, you may use a free action to wield, draw, and block the attack with a shield that you have in your possession. This will also serve as a hero point.
Thank you.
Now, Arsini. It is your voice that the audience wishes.
With a wave of his claw,
All right, I'll be getting it back after anyway, because we will win this.
and
Ah!
he. All right. So what are your last words as you what do you say to the dragon as he's basically trying to take your voice?
Like, you may take my voice.
Yeah,
That actually was me. Oops.
No, I muted him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a funny guy. All right, it's fine. Okay. So, as the dragon takes the voice. You all can't really see. Sorry, I just. You all can't really understand overly how the dragon judges things. You did indeed stop a fight from happening, for sure. But it seemed as though the things were stacked against you. As our Aelith said, they were both set in their ways. They both had different perspectives. They were both going, toe to toe with each other, just angrily throwing things back and forth. What were you supposed to do here? It's almost as if the challenge itself was rigged. The dragon then turns.
Do not despair. As I said, there are 3 challenges. Your next challenge, you have a chance to win back the voice of our city. And it is a simple challenge indeed. It is to conquer a great and powerful beast. Do this, and you win. The voice comes back, and the battle is done. If you fail, we will go to a sudden death round. Sorry, if you succeed, we'll go to a sudden death round. But if you fail, it's all over. Yes. Any questions before I send you away?
Well, question for you, not the dragon.
Yep.
Does Lushaura's first aid check, at least, I'm hoping with a 28,
With the 28,
stop
yes.
the bleeding?
It will stop the bleeding. It'll stop the
doesn't-
tinnitus.
Hey!
And you will heal 2d. Yeah, that's not a critical success. So that'll be. Oh no, it is a critical success. So that'd be 4d8 plus 10.
I was going to say, because it's first aid, it's not treat wounds.
Yeah. Oh, it's not treat wounds. Oh yeah, then that'll be fine.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and you guys are level. What level are you guys? Level
3.
3.
We're very
Okay,
wee
so
party.
what is this next challenge? Because it was cutting in and out really bad for me.
Oh, sorry. To defeat a great and mighty beast.
We didn't say how.
He
'Cause
did not.
apparently this dragon just
Oh.
makes up the
His own
rules on the
rules.
fly. Got it. Mm-hmm.
No, but you probably get Bill Return now just sort of crunching his knuckles in preparation on hearing that.
All right.
Okay. Well, at least Bill can hear and is not bleeding anymore, so that's good.
Okay, is that what I want? One moment. Yes, this is what I want. Here we go. All right. With a wave of his claw, once again, you find yourself in a completely different location. A menagerie of sorts. Oh, God damn it. Sorry. 1 second while I... There we go. You find yourself surrounded by cages which bend, which rattle, which make a ton of noise as you are surrounded by thousands of different beasts, great and small. All right. All right, walking out from one side of this massive arena, you see what looks to be a huge monster butler. It is this giant zombified creature with what looks to be these huge, thick knuckles, dressed in a tailored suit, holding what looks to be a silver platter with a lid on it. As it steps forward. All right. And what you see is effectively one of these. Ba, 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 ba. All right. You see one of these stepping out. All right, what do you guys do?
Sorry, you said this is like the servant, this is what's holding the platter?
Correct.
Do we want to know what's in the platter?
Or
So-
we could ask.
Yeah, I don't know that we
who
should
it
just jump in
is.
and fight this.
So,
How about we just try with a greeting? Hello.
So-
Yeah.
considering how the previous one went, can Bill make a gladiatorial lore or a survival type thing? Because I imagine he's probably going to think, just because it's big doesn't mean it's the actual thing.
Yep.
You are not wrong about this. As he lowers the platter, and you watch as a look of fear washes over the creature's face. It then grabs the lid and runs out of the arena as quickly as it can. Now, standing in the arena is what looks to be a tiny old man. Now come and have a go if you think you're hard enough, you wee bastard! I'll fucking go, you cunt!
Oh dear.
Does Lashara Aelith know what this creature is?
Yeah, this is a red cap. These
Yeah.
are nasty pieces of work.
Yep.
They are quite sadistic fairies. They are often mistaken as garden gnomes and soak their hats in blood in order to survive. They are crass, they are rude, and they are just... They're assholes, is effectively it.
Yep. Yep.
So
I'd like
you're
to
saying
imagine-
Oh, what the-
reasoning with this one is
Oh, there's no
difficult.
reasoning with these things. Yeah, he goes, looks at you and says, "I want you fucking looking at wee man, you want a fucking date?"
Yep. I'd imagine with all this, Bill would probably go on slight more of a defensive and take a few steps forward and say, "You really think that's the way to speak to the ladies?"
Oh, sorry, I thought you're the only lady here.
Oh, you've not unlocked token movement yet. And you're one to talk?
Yeah, I am one to talk.
Oh, so you're right. So you're calling yourself your own lady?
What? Oh man, I'd believe you'd have an ability to try and talk some smack with you if I wasn't only just hearing you talking at your ass. Oh shit, that's not your ass, that's your face.
Well, at least I got a face that people want to look at.
Oh, I mean, if that's what you call it. I mean, honestly, you can stop talking now, because if I wanted to hear a load of bullshit, I'd just sit there and wait for that one to fart.
He looks around to see which one he was pointing to.
I was pointing at Arseni.
Well, any ideas what we're supposed to do here other than
You know what? You remind me of my wee dog from back home. You know, my wee little Scottish terrier. I loved her, you know. Like, she was amazing. Every time I go to the park, it's just being with you reminds me of these fond memories. Because, you know, while I was there, I was always so standing here doing nothing, looking at a soggy bitch. Fucking come at me, you giant fanny.
Oh, what? Did she run away from you at the end? I wouldn't blame her, really.
Did she run away? Did she run away from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did, and then she brought me ball back. The only thing I'm looking though is the biggest difference is you're a bunch of ball bags.
I don't know. I feel like
I've heard better insults from customers in my dressmaking shop. Sorry.
Oh my God, you make dresses. You hear that? He says, looking over at Bilrita, she can make you a dress. And then you can be queen of the fannies.
Hey, that is very disrespectful to communities, okay?
Oh, is it now? Oh, I don't want to be offensive or nothing.
What? I can't hear you. Go ahead.
You know what? I was
Go
this
on.
close. I was
Go
this
on.
close. I was this close to legitimately going, dumbass says what? And then you said what? So I'm glad I didn't. That would have been very mean.
Go on.
Well, I'm not seeing any of this as
Well, he did say strength is strength to beat him up.
Ooh, they're gonna beat me up now. Yeah, that's right. Come on, have a go at the old man, why don't you? Make you feel big and tough now, don't it?
Or at least
I'm
shut
not
him up.
wasting my time, really. I feel like we could do better things than, waste time on him.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, you can do better things like what?
not be here.
Anything, really. You're really at the bottom of the list, my guy.
Hey, well, I didn't come to your house and decide that I didn't have anything better to do. You're the ones over here piss farting around.
Yeah? Go ahead. Do something then. If this is
Look
your
at
house.
me! Look at me! I'm some small child that somehow wandered into this giant pit of arena, and I think I'll just talk my way out of everything because everything's all sunshine and rainbows. Oh, I've got me wee dolly here with me. Oh, I'm gonna give it a wee cuddle and help it and make it help me out while I'm getting in the middle of a fight. Mommy, Daddy, I don't want to be here anymore.
I think he's gonna just pass out at some point. Let's just let him keep talking.
You mean like a toddler tantrum?
Yeah. I don't know anything
Oh,
about
yeah, no, I mean,
those.
I figure you all know how to be handling toddlers walking around with this one. How old are you anyway? Are you able to walk upright? You know, have they not given you the wee stroller with, like, the several wheels on it? You're waddling around like you got your jock filled with some shite or something.
They were too busy getting a stroller for you, so I'll get mine later.
Oh, a short joke. Yeah, no, make fun of an old man and his disabilities. Make us feel really big and tall. It's called dwarfism. Look it up.
But you
Nah,
want a
just makes you
dwarf.
look
By the
big.
way, I want to take a moment to say red caps do not in any way, shape, or form reflect the ideals, values, or thoughts of the Dead Aussie Gamer or any of the Dead Aussie Gamers players or subsidiaries. Red caps are just fuckheads, okay? So, yeah, just, PSA. There we go. If your opponent is a cunt, cap your hands. Oh, what a shame. Well...
Sorry, we don't like listening to you, so we didn't hear what you said.
Oh, well, maybe I can speak in sign language. Hold on, I'm ASL literate. You got that? I can repeat it if you want. There, I got it right there for you.
I mean,
No,
something's
Arsini,
gotta
that's
work for
not
you.
an
Don't
insult.
have great words, so yeah.
An insult is like this and then like that. Those are insults, Arsini.
Are they? I thought they were meant to be hurtful. I thought they were meant to be effective.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Neil. All right. Now look, I want to give you guys a heads up. I can do this for 2 hours. Like, you know, just so you fucking know. If someone wants to just attack this guy, you can.
Oh yeah, Bella's just going to murmur, saying, "I think it's time this guy went back to bed," as he tries to step forward. You've got locks on the token, so.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Boop. Done. All right, let's get into initiative then. Nobody. Okay.
Is Magnus with me, or did the dragon leave him behind?
No, Magnus will be with you if you want him to be with you.
Okay. Yeah, he's in Hellcat form, so yes, I'd like my friend.
Yep, not a problem. Okay, where are you? There. Boom. All right, Viv, you are up first.
Sorry, just.
All right, what do you do?
Is it okay if I hold my action? I'm not sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we then go to the red cap. He's just gonna chill. Yeah, just chill.
He's just insulting us.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, Asoni's not on the map, apparently.
Well, if he has a
You've got
problem with it,
Ellen.
if he's got a problem with it, he can complain about it.
He is in swim.
Verbally, preferably.
Yeah, I only accept verbal confirmation.
Yeah. And we don't accept sign language,
Where is
unfortunately.
our
So
Oh, there they are. Okay, there you
Back
go.
at the theater, still playing his violin.
Okay, there you go. All right. Hi, Nikki. All right, so there you go. Also, there is a content warning in regards to swearing in this fight. All right. So yeah, that's all he does. He's just readying an action. Lashara, you're up next.
Oh. Okey-dokey. You know what? I'm going to. Oof, poor Magnus. I'm going to send Magnus over to take an attack to try to get the pacifying effect on him.
All right. So Magnus's move speed is what? 30 foot?
It's listed as 35 on the sheet.
Okay. He'll need 2 movements to get there, so you'll need to use 2 actions to get him to go there and attack.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, and you've got 1 more action to take before Magnus takes his turn.
All right, and oops, wrong sheet. I will cast shield on myself.
All right, done. So you cast shield on yourself as Magnus charges forward, roaring from the back of his Hellcat throat, heat blistering from him as he charges the tiny little gnomish man. As he jumps out and scratches, can you make the attack on your end, Lashara, or do you need me to?
Okay. Claws. There they are. This one. And red cap.
All right. The claws go to sink into the tiny man, and he steps to the side and he goes, "Oh, look at this. He's a wee kitty cat. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Are you looking for some tuna? Well, the only thing that smells fishy is Biratar's breath." Because of something crass that I am too embarrassed to say out loud.
Wait, how does he? Wait, Joseph, how does he know our names? Wait, I feel like we didn't get that.
Well, mostly because I need to communicate it effectively over anything.
Oh no, entirely. Viv just gets scared for a second. Oh.
Okay.
I
Aelith,
forgot.
you're up next.
Red caps know all. We know that.
Oh, what does she want to do? I
Hey!
think.
Hey, Elf! You've got a bow and arrow, don't you? I definitely think you should, use nunchucks. That's definitely what you should be doing. Because with your bow and arrow, I bet if you tried to shoot me, you'd miss. I reckon you've got... your accuracy is so shit that if you tried to hit water by falling out of a boat, you'd still miss.
Oh, dipshit. And she's just gonna kind of go back into the corner, and she's just gonna ready in action with her bow and arrow.
What's the ready to action?
If he goes to attack anybody, then
You're gonna take a
I'll
shot.
fire.
Easy.
Yep.
All right, Bilrata, you're up next. Also, just Aelith, so you know, you haven't used Hunter's Mark, and readying an action will take you your 2 remaining turns after your move. So just bear that in mind when you make the attack.
Okay.
All right, Bilrata, you're up.
Yep, so the bit that I forgot about, because it's a free action on rolling initiative, is all of this is angered Bill to the point where his quick-tempered blood kicks in, which means it's a free action. He actually goes into his rage.
Oh, congratulations! You're a Karen at McDonald's looking for a soft serve now, are you? I want to speak to your manager.
And in that rage, he uses 2 actions to sprint up.
Oh shit, you're fast. All right.
Yeah.
As you do so, his readied action goes off. And he uses his boot, and he tries to kick you in the balls. He lands a critical hit.
Which, doesn't that also trigger Aelith's readied action as well?
Yes, it does. So Aelith, you will get an attack on him as well. That is 24 points of damage as you are kicked square in the family jewels. And in lieu of using a crit card, you are sickened 2.
Okay, and so where's the little bastard? There he is. All right, here we go.
Actually, yeah. You know what? I'll give you...
Ooh.
I think, actually, instead of sickened, I should give you sickened and then stunned because it was a crit. Because I think that...
You still need...
Yeah.
You still need to remove the bleed as well.
Oh, yes, I'll remove the bleed. Yeah, because he did kick you square in the family jewels, and I feel like that is going to take your breath for a second. Especially with a critical hit. All right.
Yeah.
As you have shot, unfortunately, Aelith, your arrow flies loose and misses narrowly over his shoulder. The red cap goes, Oh, is that how does that, wee man? Have I turned you into a fucking soprano? You could sing the carols of the bells for us now.
Yeah, you just get that one hand leading out. All I can do is sort of grunt at this point.
Yeah, fair. Okay. He goes, it's the carol of the bells. Or should I say the carol of the bell end?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm guessing that will mean I don't get my third action.
No. But then your stun will go away immediately. Second will last until the next round. All right. Arsini, you're up next.
Okay, so I just have a quick question since I'm deafened. I know there's some spells that I can't cast.
Mm-hmm.
What is H? Because I see like S and V for sound or for like signal, or what was S? I know there's V for voice.
Yeah,
What do you?
the H you're probably seeing is the heightened.
Oh
heightened
yeah,
lines.
yep.
Oh,
Yep, it's a heightened spell.
so if it doesn't have the components like S or V, I can cast it, right?
If it doesn't have, as long as it doesn't have V, you can cast it.
Okay.
Oh,
my
actually,
level
that's
2
kind of rude. But you know what? You'll deal with it.
Yeah.
He's got hero
So-
points. You can use them.
Yeah. So my level 2 spells actually don't say anything like that. Like, so I'm wondering if I could still be able to cast like noise blast.
Yeah, if you use a hero point.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't say like anything like that, but
Well,
sure.
because there's no
Um,
verbal component. Because you can't speak.
Well, no, but there's no V on the.
Oh, there's no
where it
V?
would
Oh, then
say
yeah, you're fine. Oh,
V
then
or
yeah, you're
anything,
fine. You're
anything.
fine.
That's what I was wondering because none of them do for some reason, but like some,
Yeah.
like the ones above.
Remember, on the remaster stuff, they took out the individual components. of
That's
spells.
right. There are no components on remastered stuff, so yes, you can.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So I'm going to move forward 20 feet because I think that's my movement now. Yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Just because I need to get close so I can cast this without hitting Bilritar or Magnus. Because it's a 30 foot, I think. I'm just double checking. Yeah, range 30 feet, 10-foot burst. So, yeah, I think right about there.
All right, so
And then
10-foot
blast
burst
around.
starting from there.
Yep. Alright, so I'm going to be hitting him with Noise Blast as I take out my violin and start casting, or I start playing Carols of the Bells like he was saying,
You sure?
to hit him with his own song.
Okay. Fortitude saves from Magnus, Bilritar, and Redcap.
I said to avoid.
There is no
Magnus
way.
and Bilritar.
There is no way you can do it with 30 foot. And I did double check, and I did have the things painted there for you.
Yep.
Oh.
And I did actually
Okay.
doubly confirm too. Dang. The Redcap saves, and Magnus does not. All right. So half damage to the Redcap, full damage to Bilritar and
Yeah, it's
Magnus.
17 was the DC, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Okay, sorry guys.
Carol of the balls.
So, half damage on that. Oh my gosh.
All right. The Redcap takes 3 damage. Magnus and Bilritar take 7.
Oh, sorry, I did that wrong.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
Bilritar just take an extra
yeah.
1 point of damage, and then yeah, because it's 1 damage, so it hits everyone
Okay.
the same. Yeah.
I keep forgetting, yeah, I should have just rolled it in chat then.
All right. No, there is a way you can target things, but you know we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've moved up. You've used 2 actions to use your noise. We then go to Viv. We've reached the end of the round. We're back up to you.
Hi. Okay. First thing they're gonna do is promptly ignore the red cap a little and look around the surroundings, just see are there those cages full of different monsters like above us?
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
I was thinking about that really hard just then. I was like, do I want that to be the case? And it's like, sure.
Sorry.
Is that
On a
what we're-
fail, Bill, Retard, Magnus are also deafened for 1 round.
Oh no. Bill, three.
Sorry.
So yeah, I guess just use the first action to just do a general investigate of the area. Just where are we? Is there anything throwable? And is there anybody like watching from those 3 nice cushy looking chairs overhead?
I'm gonna say okay, tell me what you want to do. Stop asking me what's around.
Oh.
No. As in, like, I have to fill it out, which means I have to find models, I have to find things, which I'd be willing to do. But if I've got a better idea of what you want to do, then I can put things in there to fill it out. It's like going into a general store and being like, what's on the shelves? You know, if you have something you're looking for, I can help. So, what are you hoping to do?
I don't know.
Oh, you're coming up with, you're trying to figure out based on what's around what you might be able to do? Okay, so I'd say that on your left and right, directly where you guys are, you can see that there are these battle cages with skulls in them. Let me double click there and there. See that? So these are containment fields. What I would say is that you can at any point in time use something like loud or something, some sort of noise to move a monster from any of the cages into here. Then move to the gate, open it in order to get the monster to come into this area. Okay? So I think that's fine. There's also fire in each of these little corners here that can be wielded and manipulated. As for the people in the stands, I'm going to say that because this is technically kind of an illusion, these guys will be here, but they're kind of not there. They're like faceless people, like zombies and kind of things. I'm going to stay true to whatever monsters happen to be here as best I can. You can obviously see the chains and the manacles in the corner as well. So there's obviously iron around. And I would say there's also random things on the floor like bones and, you know, feathers and bits like shanks and stuff like that also lying around should you wish to use telekinetic projectile. You're welcome. Yeah. Also, there's a skull here for some reason. Sorry. All I thought was just Viv putting on the skull and then going around going, Cubone!
It was very cute bone.
Viv would make a very cute Cubone.
I think since I'm struggling up a bit right now, I think I'll just have Viv use days.
Days? All right. Reaching forward, Viv begins to move and conjure their hands, attempting to daze the red cap. Drop the saving throw on him, and let's see how we go. Might I also suggest maybe moving so that you're not in a straight line that the red cap might be able to draw? Not saying it has anything, but generally good rule of thumb is if you are using a spell, kind of move so that you've like got a little bit more distance, like over there maybe. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Drop the saving throw, and then it will be the red cap's turn. Ooh, unfortunately, the red cap rolls high on the save, saving against the day's attack.
So let's see. It was 1d6. And I don't know if it takes half on a save or not, but I'm not sure.
I think it is half, so if you drop it on him, it should halve it automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that spell wasn't converted. Missed the basic on the actual save cast before.
6? Oh, no, maybe it is a save or suck.
No, I think the text description's less basic, but the automation doesn't have it as a basic save.
Okay. All right, well, in that case, I'll automate it to 3. All right. The red cap at this point says... me eyes! You wee little bastard. Well, you know what they say? An eye for an eye! And he is going to go and... Oh, man, you're going to make me beat up the cat? I don't want to beat up a cat.
You don't have to beat up the cat.
I know.
You have a choice every day.
I do, and I choose violence. All right, I'm going to use my sickle. One action to draw out his sickle, and he's going to make an attack against Magnus. Then using Deadly Cleave, try to hit Bilritar with it. A critical hit on the kitty cat.
Bye, Magnus.
Rude.
Magnus takes 26 points of damage.
Oh, no.
The kitty cat. Then as a reaction, he's going to try and hit Bilritar. Lashara, pick a number between 1 to 5.
Number 1.
Number 1. All right. Slashing. 1d8 persistent bleed damage.
Ooh.
Magnus is bleeding out. All right. With his second Attack. Bilrata. That is a regular hit.
Bell would like to use 1 hero point to stay at 1.
Very
HP.
well. Bilrata remains at 1 hit point. Burning that hero point.
Do a hero point to keep Magnus at 1? Or no? Is that just for her?
No, you can use it to keep Magnus up if you'd like to.
Yeah, I will use a hero point to keep Magnus at 1.
See
Thank
anything.
you.
All right. Magnus is also at 1 hit point. As you are both struck by the whirling dervish of blades, the red cap says, "Oh, you lot of fun you are. I wonder if I can get you all down to where you're barely dead, and then I'll just kill you all in 1 hit." You look like you're running away. Come back here, you. I'm gonna get you. And you watch as he scampers past Bilrata. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 50. He moves up to here. Oh, I'ma get you, wee lass.
Did Aelith ever shoot him?
Miss.
Try to. I'm gonna be on you like white on rice in a paper plate in a snowstorm. Let's go!
Such an ass.
All right, Lashara. He chopped your kitty.
He did chop my kitty. I'm really mad about that. But first I gotta go save my kitty. Can I use a hero point to move so that I can use a 3-action heal?
Yes.
Wonderful. I would love to do that. And then I'm going to move about here because I think that's 35 feet, if I recall. And yep, drop on a 3-action heal right there.
All right. You drop your heel out.
Is it the 2, 3-action heal? I
It'd be the
forget.
one-
Am I pulling?
It'd be the
this-
one without. It'd be the one without the plus whatever.
I'm looking at my
So if it-
sheet. I'm not sure which one to drag.
It'd be the 2d8.
Just the
if it's-
because I have 2d8 and 2d8 plus 16, so just 2d8.
The plus 16 is the 2-action one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'm doing the 3-action one for all 3, so that I can do that. Okay, got it. Well, I can't throw it on all the targets. How do I target them all, or do I just roll it because I can't target them all?
You roll it, we'll heal.
Yeah, you roll it and
Okay.
everyone will just adjust theirs.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
15. So, and that is my turn.
Okay.
And that's
with-
my last heal, so don't die.
Nobody died. All right.
Nobody
move.
die.
All right, Aelith, you're up. This guy is looking at you. Every now and then, he's like clanging the sickle that he's got on the ground. I'm gonna chop out your tongue, and I'm going to use it as a skipping rope.
As a free action, can I take a look at these chains and how they're connected to the wall?
Yes, they're connected to the
Like,
wall
if
by a
it-
giant anchor point, a huge bit of steel that is embedded quite deep into the concrete.
Okay, so there's no mechanism or anything to release the chain from that.
I'd say there's like a little screw that you could unscrew to potentially like remove the chain.
No, that'll take too much time. Okay.
If you make a craft check, I'll let you do it as one action.
Do I have that in activity? All right, I have to get to the right screen. Sorry. Well, I can attempt it and
By
see
all
what
means.
happens. Okay. Craft check, please work.
You needed one higher.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
You get a hero point to reroll if you want.
It's true.
yes, I'd like to do that.
All right, go for it. Reroll.
Ooh.
You know what? For a hero
Okay.
point, given you were only after a +1, I'll just give that to you. You will, as a swift action, or as a action, unscrew the chain. It is now free and loose from the wall.
Okay. I want to.
I'm
quick in my wee
booties.
I want to pick up said chain.
Yep.
If I am allowed,
Mm-hmm.
can I attempt? I'm trying to use the iron of it to either figure out how to restrain him or to attack him with it.
Either or could work. If you make a grapple check, if you make 2 grapple checks, effectively the first grapple check will grab him. The second grapple check, you will then restrain him in the chains.
Oh, okay. And where is... All right, where is the grapple? Because I have never done this before. So, what is the grapple under?
Athletics.
All right, athletics. Okay. Skills. All right, here we go. First one.
Yeah.
All right, that is. Sorry, you need to drop it onto him. But
oops,
let me
sorry.
tell you what it is. Hold on 1 second. So 21 is the DC, so that is a success. It is exactly what you needed.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but because you've used 1 action to grab the chain, 1 action to move up to him, and 1 action to grapple, that is the end of your turn. You can use a hero point to restrain him, though, and I will just give that to you.
Yes.
All
I
right.
want to restrain him.
All right. Using an action, you then tie him up in chains, and he is now restrained and can take no further action other than to break free of his chains. Does he?
And
have...
these are iron, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Just checking something real quick. No, cool. All right, sweet.
Okay.
After Aelith, we go to Bilratar.
Yep. So thankfully, I'm not stunned. I'm deaf. So he moved just far enough away. So I will need to. So Bilratar will charge at him.
Mm-hmm.
And in lieu of doing damage, can I use the free attack that I get from the sudden charge at the end of the 2 actions to grab his hat off of his head?
Oh, that's fucking rude. All right, yeah, sure. Make a
I'm gonna do that, Bill.
make a grapple check. Have we covered this before in this game?
I was going to say, is it a grapple check or is it the? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be disarm technically.
Okay.
Critical failure. You are off balance.
Can I hear a point to reroll that, please?
Yes, you may. Oh, it's not taking to old man's hat. Oh, you bunch of bully wankers.
How
All right.
does the iron feel, you bastard?
and then-
It feels like something your ex-husband never got.
And then for the final action,
Yes.
Belrotar would like to bundle up the hat and stuff it into his mouth to shut him up.
All right, very well. Okay, so because he has no hat on, he no longer gains fast healing and takes a -4 to all of his damage.
Oh, nice.
All right. Cool. That's unfortunate. All right, Arsini, you're up next.
All right. So seeing as he's tied up or there's restrained, Arsini remembers that he's got a stick that he just obtained. So they're gonna run up with 2 actions and attempt to jab him with the newfound Mama's Black Stick of Nope.
All right, make your attack. Critical
Hero point.
failure.
If I can.
What's that?
I want a hero point if I
You,
can.
you want a hero point? You want a hero point? No,
Yeah,
I'm a
'cause I
jinx.
think
I'm a
I use
jinx.
that jinx point, yeah.
I'm a jinx point you. All right.
Yeah, you don't have any more now, so
That's
get 'em,
true.
guys!
You've got as you go to stab the the red cap, you instead stab Aleph.
What? Oh, because it's criticalness. Okay.
It is a critical miss, and
Oh,
Aleph is
shit.
now frozen, unable to move,
Well, no,
petrified.
She has to make a save, which I can drop on her.
Yep, make a
'Cause
saving
it's
throw.
a save. Dang. Okay, good.
All right, you make the success.
We don't. Sorry, I missed.
But Aleph, you now have the black stick of note.
I mean. Oh, I thought it just kind of rejected.
Oh, it does, but now,
Yes.
like, you've stabbed her with it, and now it's on the ground next to her.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That was Arsini. Which I think brings us back to Viv.
All right. Well, let's see. Our guy is all tied up in the chains, has his own hat in his mouth, which feels like an idiom. Let's see. What can I do to help make things worse? I think I'm just gonna run up a bit closer. Oh, I'm on pointer. Forgot how to get off of pointer. How do I get back off pointer so I can actually move the little guys, the minis?
If you look
Hang
on
on.
your token selection bar thing on the left, it should have a little finger pointing up. Yeah, if you look on my screen, it's this button here.
Okay. It's not showing up for me.
No. If you're on ping mode, it's just at the top of the map bar. Just make sure you
There
don't
we
have
go.
any of them selected.
There you go, that's better. Now I can move. Thank you. So first thing is going to just kind of move up. And then seeing that this guy's all kind of just all bundled up over there, just like having a great time. Just kind of yell, "Hey guys, he said he wanted to jump rope, right? I don't know, just kind of doesn't seem to be knowing what they're saying. We're just like, just something about the fact that they're like all wrapped in chain. Like, I don't know, maybe if you guys have been nicer, we can play some jump rope with that chain right there. And it's gonna try to use infectious enthusiasm just to make everybody around them laugh. So that means that everyone getting the +1 stats bonus to attack rolls, will saves, or charisma-based skills. I think I'm gonna choose attack rolls. Everyone gets a +1 to attack rolls.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're muted, Doug.
Cool. Everyone gets the +2 attack rolls. Now, the red cap, being tied up, struggles against the chain. But then he stops and he says, Wait, listen.
You mean?
Oh. Yeah.
Now he spits it out. Takes an action to spit it out. He says, Listen, look, I know I said some things, okay? But it's just the way I am, okay? We're born this way. I don't mean no harm by it. Just, it's hard living in the Feywilds against tigers that change color and, monsters always out to get you. I've been in this arena fighting all kinds of terrible things. Been tortured for the amusement of faceless monsters. I have grandchildren back home, and all I want to do is go back and see them, but they treat me like I'm some sort of prize to be kept here, to be gawked at. But aren't I human-ish? If I am cut, do I not bleed? Show some mercy in your heart, and let a sad old man go. Sure, maybe he's a little bit before our time, and, you wonder if Grandad maybe got into the whiskey too much, but, he's really just a harmless old man. And deep down, aren't we all just harmless old men?
Do you apologize?
Oh.
Oh, yes. No, I am deeply, deeply sorry that you're all a bunch of frickin' fannies! You weak wanker! You stupid, 2-bit, no good, lousy, scum-sucking, T-bone wearing, dog-eared, knife-necked, stupid sons of bitches! I'm going to kick you so hard in the head that people are going to think that someone put a new dwarf mine right between your fucking eyeballs! And with that, he's going to try and break free of the chains.
I knew it. I knew he was lying. That's why I was like, I'm going to trigger this guy.
Okay, so let's see. So let's start with the athletics check. Okay, Aelith, what is 10 plus your fortitude?
Whoops. Let me check here. My fortitude is 7.
Okay, well, he gets a 30. So that is a critical success. You watch as he snaps the chains apart.
Yeah, that's a strong old man.
Strong old man. And he looks at the hat. Then he looks at Bilratar. He looks at the hat and he looks at Bilratar. And he says, "You son of a bitch!" And he jumps at Bilratar and he grabs his beard and is going to try and force feed his beard to him. I'm gonna make another athletics check. This is the second attack. What is your fortitude plus 10?
That'd be a 20.
A 20? All right, he gets a 29. So as he jumps on Bilratar, you watch as he takes Bilratar's beard, flips it up, and he's like, "Oh, how does that taste, huh? Does it taste good? Yum yum yum! You bloody dwarven stone chewing wanker!" As he's just, basically now riding Bilratar, as Bilratar's just face is covered in hair. But as he's ducking back and forth, you do notice something very unusual. In the back of the red cap, now that the hat isn't blocking vision for it, and the chain's no longer obstructed as well, you see what looks to be a crystal that has been embedded by force into the back of this creature. You do actually see that it's not supposed to be there. It is heavily surgically grafted to this creature, and the cloth at the back seems to have been basically cut to allow the crystal to penetrate here. But he is still riding Bilratar like crazy. But as for what our heroes do about this crystal and the angry old man, and of course this battle that is ensuing, we will find out next week when we return for more Pathfinder Gatewalkers. As for the count for our battle with the dragon, we are at count 5. So round 6. My apologies. We are at round. Actually, no more than that. Hold on, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are at round 9. Round 9, in fact. So to be clear, we are at round 9 for this battle. So we will see how we go with the upcoming Fortune Dragon challenges. We still have all of the other tables to go to. So guys, don't be sure to come and follow the channel and go check out all the cool stuff we've got going. We have, of course, tons more lined up, ready and willing. Tomorrow we are going to be back in about 8 hours for Monday's game, Curse of the Crimson Throne, where we will be well, actually, what are they doing on that one? That one, the Genie Wishes. They're doing Genie Wishes with their dragons, because, you know, that's just what it is. All right, we have a top-up of Schoolie. We have $35 in the GoFundMe. Thank you so much, Cookiemon. Topping up hero points for everyone. Not a problem. Let's top that up right now. Boopity boopity boop. Done and done. We are now back to full hero points for our cast. Thank you, Cookie. You're a legend.
You.
And of course, again, guys, all the donations that are going towards helping Cass in their time of need come with the utmost gratitude from, I'm sure, Cass, but also Cookie and myself. It means a lot, and it does mean the world that we can, as a community, come together and help in such a good cause. So, freaking amazing. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity. As always, we are at that time of night where there isn't many people on, so we're going to leave you guys with a DAG formation as we do so. And I will tell you guys this. Sometimes in life, things don't go the way we plan. You know, despite our best efforts, despite how much we spend our days trying to fight for the things that we want to happen to go well and to go right. The important thing to remember is that if everything succeeded, and if everything just went the way it was supposed to, life would be so incredibly boring. Sometimes failures, sometimes complications, sometimes angry redcaps make life more flavorful and more interesting. Don't ever lose hope, because what might be a challenge to some may be an opportunity to others. So always look out for those opportunities. Embrace them wholeheartedly, because as I like to tell people, I am a great GM, not because I just woke up one morning and had the God's gift to streaming, but because I have failed more times than some people will ever try this game, and I have accepted each and every time I failed. Every time I've had a person walk off my table, every time I've gotten rules wrong, every time I've been corrected. I mean, Schoolie knows better than most. There are so many aspects to my channel that would not be functioning properly if I didn't have the support of some amazing people from my community who have my back and who help support me. So never be afraid. Always take everything as an experience. That is my DAG formation for the day. Guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead of the Game, but this is my place, this is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. Until we meet again, as always, from us to you, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other, because why the fuck not, it's free. And until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks!